Did you get to know Suge Knight at all?
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
And I understand a lot of people, how a lot of people feel about Suge and everything. And, we talk about bad karma or whatever. But, I just, I still feel some type of way about, how, he got sentenced, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, yeah, he just accepted his plea deal and he just got sentenced to 28 years in prison.
yeah, I think, I don't know, man. I personally, I saw that video and I can't say that I wouldn't have ran over the dude, like purposely ran over him. If I think somebody trying to take my life, trying to rush up on me, and I have to defend myself, well, I'm gonna turn my car into a weapon. I'm gonna turn whatever I got into a weapon to get them off me. And I don't think it's unreasonable to run over a person if you think they're trying to harm you.
Right, but the second person he ran over and killed was not the person that was threatening him, that was beating him up.
Yeah, but the second person, he said that second person had a gun.
Well, the second person who he killed, Terry,
right.
he came with him.
Right. But didn't he say something about he felt like, wasn't it something about that guy the guy set him up? He thought he was being set up by his friend?
I'm not sure. I mean, the guy, he showed up and this dude Bone from Inglewood
right.
basically said something to the effect of get the fuck up out of here, and he started punching him in the face, and then Suge backed up, ran over Bone, but then ran over the guy who he came with as well.
Right. So they're saying so basically they're saying that was an accident.
That's what he was saying.
That's
what
Suge is saying, that was an accident. I mean, if that's his friend, obviously that would be an accident, right? If that's his friend. So even in that regard, now hearing it that way, it's still a raw deal. Like if you got people, man, out here, you got a dude out here just killed 4 people. He was drunk, killed 4 people, and I believe they gave him like probation. He killed 4 people. Remember the little white kid? They said, what do they call it? Affluenza? The case with the affluenza case, where they were saying he was too rich to go to jail. They thought he was too rich; it would destroy his life. He was, he going to prison would destroy his life. So they gave him probation.
Well, okay, I'll be honest, and I've said this in interviews before. I thought that Suge had a reasonable chance of getting off with self-defense.
I think what happened is that they convicted Suge on his past transgressions.
Correct.
They looked at his record, and they're like, this dude, he's been in the system X amount of times, and so they pulled an OJ on him. Like, we know OJ wasn't supposed to go to jail for 9 years for going to get his own memorabilia from a hotel room in Vegas. Who gets 9 years for something like that? But they taxed OJ based off of the fact that they couldn't get him on the double murder with Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman.
Yeah, but unlike OJ, Suge had been terrorizing people for decades.
Well, that's what they say.
So many people that were actually there have said it on tape that I'm refusing to accept that this was all a conspiracy and this is a nice church-going man who never hurt a fly and so forth.
Yeah, but even saying that, he's still supposed to be, if he's going to be convicted, he should be convicted. What he did in the past shouldn't be considered. It's what the evidence today, like the evidence for that particular case, that's what should be considered, the evidence.
Right.
What evidence do you have to convict this man?
Well, but here's the thing about this particular situation. I've talked to people that were around, that were close to people that were actually there and so forth and related to the situation. Suge had no business being there. Mm-hmm. From what I understand, he was there to try to shake him down for some money because he wanted to get paid for having his image being used in this movie. Mm-hmm. And, him and Dre have a very documented history of animosity towards each other. He was not invited. Nobody wanted him there. He showed up to do the usual Suge, shakedown bullshit. And in the process of doing that, someone ended up dying. You know, it's to me, it's kind of no different than I went to go rob a bank and I accidentally killed, you know, the security guard. Now, I didn't mean to kill him. I was just there to try to take some money illegally. But in the process, I go and kill somebody, and now, you know, even though it was an accident, you are now part of an actual murder.
I understand, and I get that. I understand that they're saying that, okay, you still did it, and so you should be held accountable. That should be some liability there. But 28 years for accidentally killing your friend, come on, man. They don't do that in America unless, well, you're black, you know. That's what it is, man. At the end of the day, you know, like, and you know, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I guess I got some bias because I know Suge on a personal level, and
Okay.
and I don't think, I think that you know, yeah, he's done some things in the past that that you could say that are questionable or whatever, but. Still, I also know the other side of Suge, the big teddy bear side, the cool dude that, that really, just want to have fun, So, I don't know, man. Like, I personally hope that, well, that's over because he took a plea, so he can't even appeal. He can't appeal, so.
Well, he's saying he can appeal, so I don't know how
Not
that
if you
works.
take a plea. If you take, I don't know how that's going to happen. If you take
I
a
don't know
plea.
either.
If you take a plea, you waiving your right to an appeal. So I don't know how that's going to happen. Maybe they got some different kind of laws in California.
I don't know, but I do know that people have said that Suge has made people drink piss before, so,
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Look, I'm not going to try to make excuses for the dude, but, Puffy made a dude walk to the store to get a cheesecake. Suge made a dude drink some piss. Both of it was disrespectful. You know what I'm talking about, man? I'm like, like that was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying, man? You make that dude walk all the way to go get some cheesecake and what was it, Harlem or somewhere? He made him walk to a whole different borough.
It was Brooklyn. It was Brooklyn. But I think that most human beings would rather go get some cheesecake than drink some piss.
I'm just saying, man, like a transgression, is okay, yeah, I guess one is more severe, but it's still a transgression, and then, who told him to drink the piss? I bet you the dude who drank that piss was one of them dudes that's trying to act hard. Like a lot of these dudes, they act hard, they bully other people and everything. And then when they meet their match or they meet somebody, they run up on the reel, then, they sit down and take a piss, so, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't really like ride with bully type dudes or whatever, but at the same time, I just don't believe in trying to be a man for another man. I think you have to stand up for yourself. And it ain't a man on this planet can make me drink piss. You know what I'm saying? They can't make them like that. You might well go and do what you got to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen.